Risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling show. I am your man behind the mic as always, Jeff. To my left is Tareq.
I successfully cashed in after this last week's episode.
Ew. And to my other left is our man Bryan.
There is such a thing as too much information. And guess what? Nobody else did.
Yeah, this is the life that I live. And what
Ka-ching.
Oh, shut up. No ka-ching, no money in the bank, no nothing.
You know what? Okay, moving on from my cash-in. Looking at this past Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the register opened and there was no money in there.
Well, that's one way.
They got robbed.
Ka-ching! Bankrupt! It is, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Ew! Oh, no, wait, they added wah to...
No, the way you deliver it almost sounds more like the Pac-Man sound. Yes,
Two
that.
straight themed pay-per-views that...
No.
Stop it.
But
This is the problem. This is the problem with two themed pay-per-views in 4 weeks.
Hell, it's with 3 pay-per-views in 6 weeks.
Yeah, we could have skipped these two easy.
But hey, before we get into all that, specifically why it was lackluster, let's open this up right. Let's go into a little bit of backstage news.
Indeed, let us go peek behind the curtain and check in on a little...
Backstage news!
News.
Repairman, man.
If anyone actually got that reference that Jeff just pulled, I will applaud you eventually.
Now!
Well, I'm sure...
Loud clapping.
In my ear.
In my ear.
And I didn't even break the sound barrier.
Actually,
it was close.
Look at those levels go.
It was close.
Look at those levels go.
It was close.
You're going to blow up our microphone, man.
Again.
Wait, you did it the first time?
Please, we've all done it like 3 times now. In the meantime, we do it when we're talking about a little bit of backstage news. We really mean it. News. Really, the only major thing I could find this week is the July 4th WWE Tokyo show. Just today, I saw that Joey Styles confirmed that it would all be streamed live on the WWE Network.
I actually like this. I like this news.
For multiple
Pretty much,
reasons.
Just simple as that. I like this news.
Well, let's face it, okay? With Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens for the NXT title, if you're not showing that,
you're dumb.
On TV or NXT, you're what you just said. You're dumb. You're stupid. You're moronic.
No, wait. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
Cash money, millions of dollars, millions of dollars,
millions of monies.
In all seriousness, a big reason why I'm so excited for that is because of all the hype going into this one event. It really makes me think that they're gonna have Owens drop the NXT title to Finn Balor.
Yeah.
This is going to be it.
Well, let's face it, okay? Kevin Owens is up on the main roster now. Okay, that's it. It's done. So.
Oh yes, he is.
So you hold it. You give it to the guy who's the next big thing in NXT, Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's it. This is the smartest thing they can do.
Oh, and I love
in
it.
Japan on WWE Network. For only $9.99.
Why'd you have to go there?
Because
why'd you have to cheap?
Because you know what? This is probably going to be the time when I actually splurge and do it.
I knew it. I knew he was coming back.
You know what? It wasn't a matter of when, if I was going to come back, but just when. Because I'm a big believer in voting with your dollars. I want whatever sales records to show that, you know what, when this guy re-up the WWE Network, I want it to be in conjunction with something that I know I'm going to want to see. Specifically, Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens in Japan for the NXT title.
Boom! Mic drop.
Because, when they have a United States Championship, they're not going to pull another actual champion versus champion match. Because, really, you could see John Cena winning the NXT title? Nope.
But just imagine how big someone would be put over. It would be putting over Kevin Owens all over again.
What? Having Cena win the NXT title?
Yeah, and then whoever beats him for it is going to be, like, legendary.
Please, don't. No.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying it wouldn't be the worst thing that they've ever done.
I don't know.
Katie Vick.
Truth.
You know, I'm not even going to go there.
I choppy your pee-pee.
At least that was amusing.
Mae Young giving birth to a hand.
I was there for that show, and I still loved it.
Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Batista winning the Royal Rumble.
Here's the problem, okay? I liked Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble.
But
I did not like Batista winning the Royal Rumble, so that stands.
But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is it's not the worst thing that they would have done if they gave John Cena the NXT title.
It would be just as bad in my opinion.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I think it would be just as bad in my opinion.
I don't like it.
I wouldn't be.
I don't like it either.
My stomach dropped when you said that.
I don't like it either.
Well,
that's why
we're not going to get it, because Kevin Owens is going to drop the title to Finn Balor. It's done.
And that's so much better.
And that works, because, you know.
Let's live in the now.
Thank you.
I've also got a little something for all you WWE 2K16 people. They have announced officially.
Oh, yes.
The first 6 names confirmed.
I only know one name
for the roster of this year's game. Apparently the largest roster in the history of all WWE games, including No Mercy, and everybody knows how many that had. The first 6 are Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Good.
Dean Ambrose.
Okay.
Bad News Barrett.
Okay.
That's random. Okay.
Paige.
Okay.
And Finn Balor.
The only one that I knew.
I saw Finn Balor. I was like, wow, they're going to be pushing him hard.
Yeah, the only name that I knew was Finn Balor. I didn't actually know about the other 5.
And rumored Sasha Banks.
Oh, please. If they put Finn Balor
like
in,
a boss.
The boss is going in.
Kevin Owens.
Well,
yeah.
And Hideo Itami. Hideo Kojima!
There you go. I was like, why hasn't he said it?
Because he's getting to it.
He's like, dramatic pause.
Kojima!
There it is.
And there go the levels again.
Hey, this time it was worth it.
It's expected. Okay, the levels go and I go Kojima. You expect it, you deal with it.
Yeah, I'm going to
when Bryan reaches
You're right.
You're not going to do shit.
Yeah, I am going to do shit. Because what I'm going to do is not have you around when the G1 climax starts.
Damn it!
Kojima!
No Kojima.
Yeah, Jeff,
Kojima.
Stop having him reach his Kojima climax.
Okay, now I'm really not going to have you around while I'm covering that event.
Oh my goodness.
What, you didn't think last week was bad enough? That should have been enough to say you're not going to be around.
Oh, please. You know what? I had confidence in you. I had confidence that you would bounce back, but clearly I was mistaken.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
But you know what?
Come on now.
That's not the most pertinent question right now. The most pertinent question is, what were any of us thinking with this upcoming pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, this past weekend? This one, honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we had, as far as predictions go, quite the debacle that we ran into this week.
Wait, hold on, Brian, hold on.
Incoming rant.
Hold on. It's not going to be a rant. This is, the history was made at Money in the Bank, but not for a good reason. This was the very first event that I have ever got 0 predictions on the card for an event.
I got a couple.
I got 0.
A couple? You got 1.
I got John Cena.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he did.
I picked John Cena.
Yeah,
we all picked Kevin
No,
Owens.
he picked Cena.
John Cena.
He has 2. He
What?
picked Cena.
Oh wait, yeah, you got Cena. Yes, you got Cena, but who else did you pick? Because I'm only seeing 1 on my little result sheet.
Okay.
I picked primetime players.
Technically,
and you picked Cena.
Technically, I got screwed again by WWE. Because, you know what? I'm going to wait.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, it's one.
Hold on. Let's go
It's
down
one.
the list and see how
Yeah,
this
It's
went.
one.
Yeah,
I
you know
think
what?
it's one.
Okay, Money in the Bank. Where are we in there? Let's go.
God.
Let's kick it off
I'll
with
say
the
this.
kickoff.
Okay.
Yes.
The best part of the match for me while watching it, was when Roman Reigns was at the beginning, just kind of walking around and whatever, and it was Neville and Kofi, and he was fighting them, and Neville was trying to get the ladder and whatever, and the person I was with, his wife, said, "What's Roman Reigns gonna do in a ladder match?" Immediately, Roman Reigns chucks the ladder into Neville's face, then power bombs Kofi and Neville on top of a ladder, and I was like,
That.
"You want to amend that statement?" It is Roman Reigns was the only one who seemed like he was taking this match seriously.
Well, yeah.
And like actually using the ladder and doing stuff with the ladder, and I think he's the only one who had a great performance in the match. I loved every time he was in the ring, and I almost never, and yeah, that's pretty much.
I feel like the worst person who came out of this match, not on performance wise, but just by taking damage, was Kofi. From that one
Kofi got murdered,
from that one power bomb that you
Kofi
talked
did.
about, that Roman Reigns did on the ladder, you're just like, yeah, his back is like completely bent, and
then Neville gets power bombed on top of him, and
then
his face hits the ladder.
And then I'm like, yeah, Kofi took the worst of that. Neville may have gotten power bombed on Kofi, but Kofi had another person drop on him on full force. Kofi got the worst of that power bomb on a ladder, bouncing, hit his face. He was like, yeah, Kofi winning? Yeah, I think
Alrighty then. It's
Okay.
just like 5 of the 7 people in there were pointless. And the only people who used the ladders correctly were Roman Reigns and the people he was beating with them. That's it.
But who do we blame for that? Is it poor booking? Is it poor decision making on behalf of the people in that match itself, or is it just the book again? Is it just the booking? Are they only saving all the spots, all the big major spots for Roman Reigns?
I don't see, because there's other people in the match who could have done like one of those power bombs could have gone to Sheamus. Sheamus could have done the what's the name of it?
Celtic Cross.
Celtic Cross, yes.
Yeah, that he could have done that power bomb into a ladder, but I don't know whether the match was put together fully by the people backstage, by road agents and whatever, or whether they were coming up with stuff on the fly. If they were coming up with stuff on the fly, kudos to Roman Reigns, seriously, because I saw some stuff that I'd never seen with a ladder before from Roman Reigns, and that was weird. But it's if it was road agents, shitty job, bro. I don't believe that this match was made to. Yeah, it was made to make Roman Reigns look strong, but if you're gonna make Roman Reigns look really strong, he should have won the damn thing, like everyone was predicting. I would have been the way the match went. Roman Reigns should have won because he was the only one doing anything in that match, anything of note.
And now let's talk about
it's
the
like-
ending of that match. With it looked like Roman Reigns was gonna win, but
But then we
out of
got
nowhere. But
Bray
we just
Wyatt
got the-
ruins everything.
We got the face of fear coming in and pushing Roman Reigns off the ladder and into a Sister Abigail.
He
which
has a
now-
vendetta against the Shield, man. He screws Dean Ambrose out of a Hell in a Cell victory against Seth Rollins. Then he screws Roman Reigns out of a Money in the Bank match. Wow.
As soon as that moment happened, and then I'm just like, At first, I was like, "Oh my god, is he gonna just climb and take the briefcase?"
I know. I was with you.
That would have been a great twist. But you know what?
So great.
And then the second he walked away, my immediate thought was, "Oh no, they're going to feed Bray Wyatt to Roman Reigns now." No. This is not good. This is not good. I am not liking this at all. And then, out of the blue, Sheamus walks up the ladder. Oh, but wait. Neville tries to make the save, but no, he just shoves him off. He's like, "Please, fella."
Sheamus is like, "Really, fella?"
It's like, "Please, fella. Excuse me." Yeah, "Fella! I got the briefcase!"
And I don't think I could have been any more underwhelmed.
I was just like... Sheamus actually was my number 2 pick to win the Money in the Bank, and I was like, he may be my number 2, but I don't think he's walking away with that briefcase, because it's obvious. We were going last week, this is the most predictable Money in the Bank in the history of Money in the Bank.
That's probably why they did it, because everyone was calling for it, so they were like, okay, so Vince McMahon was like, everyone's saying that Roman Reigns is winning, let's fuck with him. Fuck with him.
And now we have Sheamus as Mr. Money in the Bank, and now we have a brand new feud for Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns. And from what we got on Monday, that little promo between Wyatt and Reigns,
that I did love.
I loved it. I loved every second of it, and it was great promo by both guys. I hate that one audience man member chanting boring during Bray Wyatt's his rambling. I was just like, "This is anything but boring, you bastard." And the second Bray Wyatt takes out the picture of Roman Reigns and his daughter, I'm just like, holy shit, they're really going there. Oh my god.
Roman Reigns is gonna kill him.
I hope both of these guys. And one thing that I loved about it was the reason Bray Wyatt went after Reigns is because Reigns took Bray Wyatt's opportunity at Money in the Bank. This is the first time ever that Bray Wyatt has shown interest of going for the title.
Right, exactly. It was a development that Bray Wyatt absolutely needed.
And I think this will be good for both Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, because it'll give Bray Wyatt a feud, and it'll give both Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt the right rub to get them both into the main event spot.
Here's my thing, though. Okay, in a match like the match we had at Money in the Bank, sometimes the obvious winner is the right winner. You know what I mean? So it's like, no.
I don't know what you're alluding to.
He's just saying that Roman Reigns should have won.
In my eyes, Roman Reigns should have won. First of all, he's the only one who was doing anything. Second of all, it would have given me my triple threat match. It would have possibly given me my triple threat match, even though what we got on Raw is probably better than that. But it's just one of those, when you expect it and he's performing so well, like that's one of the best matches I've seen Roman Reigns do since WrestleMania. Legit. That's me. So when he was taken out by Bray Wyatt, I was like, oh, really? There's nobody else in this match who deserves it at all, and don't give me Dolph Ziggler. Don't even. That's it.
All I can say about what you're going, as much as Roman Reigns should have won, I actually don't think he needs the Money in the Bank to win the title. At least with Sheamus, he has this brand new heel run that actually should be putting him in a better spot when he first came back. And he was in a slump for a while doing a whole kiss me arse thing with Dolph Ziggler. Now that that's over with, he's back on a right track to be in a top spot, which I think he deserves, especially with this brand new heel run that he's in.
Yeah, there's promise. I don't know. Compared to a whole bunch of other ending scenarios for this match, it still struck me as really underwhelming.
Also, it could be just so they can put another title in Sheamus's belt, under his belt. Royal Rumble winner, King of the Ring, now Mr. Money in the Bank.
I didn't really
Just like this, with all the participants in this match, any result would have been underwhelming. Let's just put it like that. Okay.
I wouldn't go that far.
Not quite. If only because with the way we were predicting last week, we were sort of banking on Roman Reigns to win because we were expecting a cash-in that night, setting up for the Shield triple threat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can agree.
In that sense,
and
anything that wasn't that would have been underwhelming.
Yeah.
I still think we're going to get our triple threat Shield match, but I think they're going to do it
but Vince
where
McMahon has a hard-on to get it
at WrestleMania.
At
And you know what?
So
I think that's
probably for the best.
That's a better stage than SummerSlam.
If they cannot, if the timing and the build is still right, then sure. But again, at this rate, I'll believe it when I see it.
But basically, for this match in general, okay, the only bright spots were Roman Reigns and every high spot he did because holy crap.
Alright.
Like he was into it. And other than that, the match was boring. And that the worst, I can say this clearly with no thought involved. This was the worst Money in the Bank ladder match I have ever seen.
You know what? You're actually right.
I actually
agree.
100% agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll end it with that. Worst Money in the Bank so far.
When the ending is a flick off the ladder.
Pretty much.
And the dude wasn't even hurt. He wasn't even hurt. It was just like bap, and you're done.
It's like, please, fella, push. I'm
you're telling me Neville couldn't put up any more of a fight?
I'm just gonna rock steady push you, fella.
But in the meantime, I think we're skipping over something really important here. We're skipping over the pre-show match.
You know what? All that can be said is, well, two things that I can say, and I think we all can agree on this. One, we're glad it's not a Money in the Bank qualifying match.
I hadn't even thought
like
about
it wouldn't have added anything anyway.
But even so, like they could have done that with R-Truth coming out thinking he was in the Money in the Bank, and now he would have an opportunity to get in the Money in the Bank. I could see them working their way to do that, but I'm very, very happy they didn't do that.
I'm just very happy we got King What's Up.
Get out!
Get out of my own house?
Yes! Get out!
Nuh-uh.
No.
No.
Can
are
we
you
officially...
Are you just trying to boil the blood in my...
No, that's an unintended side effect.
Can we officially close the book on King Barrett, please?
I will say this. I won't fully close the book because what he said on Raw, even though it was just him, even though he did get a roll-up, he did take him out, and it reached the point, it's like, do you think this is a joke? Do you think that this is for fun? I am the king of the ring. This title has prestige. And you know what? If they actually continue with that, saying that the King of the Ring does bring prestige, I mean, look what it did to Triple H. Look what it did to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Look what it did to...
Razor
Ramon, thank you. Exactly. If they decide to twist it and actually have him do something with being King of the Ring, then I would be like, okay, now at least they're starting to do something. But if they don't do anything with this, I'm going to take that book from you, Bryan, and close it and just pour a bunch of rocks over it so it'll never be opened again.
Let me put it to you this way. The only thing that stopped this thing from being a complete and total disaster in my eyes was just the comedy value found in the line, King What's Up.
Only you, fool. There was no... I had no...
I still got... I'm sorry, I still got a laugh out of that.
The only thing that I actually found funny was what happened on Raw when he came out and sat at the announcer's table, or the commentary table, and they pointed out to him, R-Truth, you're Wade Barrett's opponent. You're in the match. That's what we were talking about last week. If he continued doing something like that, then I would just... okay, I got a good chuckle out of it. They actually are still doing this. So they're like, R-Truth, what are you doing here? You're in the match. You're not in Money in the Bank. Oh, I'm not? Oh, okay, sorry, dog.
I just like that they're bringing back crazy. They're bringing back the crazy dumb R-Truth instead of the what's up.
Nobody knows what the nose knows.
You know, You know what they said? Nothing. Because they're pigeons. Pigeons don't talk.
I think if we just, I think as
bring that one back, and we might still not like them, but we'll be on board.
I think everyone will be on board just as long as R-Truth stays away from the Intercontinental title. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Is there a title that he could fight for, and you wouldn't be pissed?
No.
The Internet Championship.
Is that title even relevant?
We can make it relevant.
Then he'd be pissed because they're screwing Zack Ryder over.
I don't care about that anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay, then do it.
Then there's the solution. All right. In all reality,
that is your license to print money.
The internet title is so irrelevant just because there's no internet shows.
Give Zack Ryder.
Shame on you.
Give Zack Ryder and R-Truth an internet show.
Oh dear.
Oh my lord.
Speaking of internet shows, Nikki Bella defeated Paige.
I'll give you the floor.
Okay.
I have
at first I have one question for both of you. The second they revealed that Brie Bella revealed that she was the one in the match, shouldn't the match ended in disqualification because Brie Bella attempted to pin Paige?
Yes.
Why didn't that happen?
Because logical.
There's no logic in that.
That's the point.
That was my one match. Of course, it's another Divas match that happened at Elimination Chamber, and now it happened here. They screwed me over. It's Divas match. At first, I picked Naomi, who was supposed to win, and then last minute changing mind. No, let's give it to Nikki Bella. And now with this one, Brie Bella was attending the pin. Forget having a disqualification and giving Tareq an actual prediction win for giving Paige a disqualification. No! Have Nikki Bella sneak in, elbow, whatever the fungal her finishing move is. What is the name of her finishing move?
Rack attack.
Oh yeah, because she has big boobs.
Evil Bella boobs.
Evil Bella boobs attack. Screw that. I hate the Diva storyline right now. There is nothing about it that is making me wanting to watch it. I was just watching SmackDown before I came over here to record. Because I was looking forward to Cesaro versus Kevin Owens. And well, you know, Paige is already out there, and out comes Brie Bella. Oh, great. I'm going to go change the channel. You know what I turned to? Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. I decided to watch a Power Rangers movie over a WWE Divas match. What does that say about your product? Bring the NXT Divas to stand behind Paige and take down the evil Bellas. Bellas are ruining WWE.
You know what's fun about this show? Half the time I can just sit here and not say anything at all.
Oh God, I hate.
It's glorious.
Oh my God, I hate what they're doing. I hate that they're keeping the title on Nikki Bella just so they can go over AJ's title reign of 293 days. To hell with that logic. That's stupid.
Do it.
Welcome to WWE.
Oh my God. There's stupid. You saying stupid WWE. Are you trying to just make me boil in anger because you're succeeding with putting on this Divas garbage? Hashtag give Divas a chance. How about hashtag don't give Divas a chance at all because they're worthless? Everything about the Divas division is worthless. Paige standing, trying to inspire the Divas division. Did you look at the Divas division? All it is a bunch of backstage people. All the Divas division is just the guest appearances, party people. That's all they're good for, except for Naomi and Tamina.
Because they're booked that way.
Oh my God.
They're all booked the same way, and the outstanding ones don't get a chance to shine.
Yeah.
The Divas are literally not given a chance, at least not on the main roster.
And a friend of mine is saying that the Bellas are actually getting better. No, they're not. They have not gotten better because they have not been entertaining to me.
Well, if you cover a turd in sprinkles, that's technically an improvement, but still not saying much.
There's no improvement. There's nothing improved about the
To be
about the
fair,
Bellas.
there is a slight improvement. It's just not enough of one to merit what we saw.
Merit having a Divas Championship belt. The only reason she has the Divas Championship belt is because she's having sex with John Cena. That's it. You're not worth anything, Nikki Bella. You're not worth anything, Brie Bella. You're a waste of time. Get off my TV.
I wish you died in the womb.
I can't even laugh at that.
I can.
I can't laugh at that because it was stupid then, and it's stupid now. And I'm not even meaning it as a joke. I'm legit pissed because they're thinking that this is entertainment.
I'll say this. Match-wise. Okay. Up until the bullshit occurred with the switch of the Bellas, I don't even give a shit what they call it. That's it.
Bella Magic or
Twin Magic.
The Twin Magic. Up until the Twin Magic bullshit again, which is, what is that? Like the third time they've done that to Paige in the last week?
Sounds about right now.
Yeah, it's up until that, there was no botching. It was technically sound. I was still bored out of my fucking mind.
That's because there's nothing. I miss the days of Trish Stratus and Lita. I miss Molly Holly. I miss Ivory. I miss Jacqueline. I miss that division. This is like I said.
We have that division. It's called NXT.
Yeah, and I am hoping that the NXT comes in and backs Paige to help take down this horrible, horrible Divas division. Because, like I said, all they are is just the party goers for the special guest appearances. Summer Rae, Layla.
I remember when Layla was actually a good.
I remember
wrestler.
when Summer Rae was a top contender in the women's division in NXT.
Yeah,
she
was actually really good.
A serious regime change or power restructuring on the mainline WWE roster before they actually do give Divas a chance.
As soon as Triple H takes over, Divas are actually gonna be great. Until then, we get this.
You know what? We'd also be sitting here all day and be ranting about this.
Can we please go to the next match?
Yes. Speaking of stupid, let's talk about Ryback versus Big Show. Big Show technically beat Ryback by disqualification.
This was dumb.
Because they didn't have any time. They weren't given any real time because it was only, not even 5 minutes?
I'll say this. The power shown by Ryback, okay, he's more powerful than John Cena because he lifted Big Show up for that suplex. It didn't look like he had any help.
Yeah.
He lifted him up for a suplex.
For a good second, from when the match first started, I actually thought it was going to be just a quick match, showing the dominance of Ryback. And I'm just like, you know what? That would have been awesome. And what do you know? Miz has to get involved as the heel that has to, punch, run away, the cowardly heel.
As soon as the Miz came out to begin the match, I knew right away that we're gonna have more, and I'm like, I didn't even want this in the first place. We're gonna have more.
There are a lot more. I have nothing against Big Show. I like The Miz. He's not as awesome as he used to be, but he is just. There's just so many better contenders for Ryback in the Intercontinental Championship that this is just a waste of time for us. Granted, Big Show being involved is just because of the name and to help build Ryback and the prestige of the Intercontinental Championship. And I like that. But having Miz involved, you know what this reminds me of? Mark Henry, Big Show, and Daniel Bryan with the World Heavyweight title a few years ago.
Huh.
That's what this is, except... was Daniel Bryan a heel at the time?
He hadn't turned yet.
He hadn't turned... Yeah, it was after he won the title, he turned heel.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's pretty much that, except instead of a face Daniel Bryan, it's a heel Miz coming in and just ruining everything. And at least Daniel Bryan, he didn't ruin anything. He was just involved with the story for a positive.
Big Show knocked out Mark Henry, and here comes Daniel Bryan. That's it.
And now this is just we just got more of this nonsense, and it ends with a disqualification and Big Show, and once again, another prediction failed.
I wanted Ryback to win so we could move on to a better contender.
That's
Like
exactly.
the Big Show was here to do one job, put Ryback over huge. The first he sold more for Ryback than he sold for John Cena.
I like that.
He did. He let Ryback take him up for a suplex.
That's something. That's something.
And it's like, hammer it down with a win, man. Hammer it down with a win, not this pussy Miz 1 hit, 5 hits, hit Ryback in the face and then run up the ramp.
Oh, he only hit Big Show.
This was stupid.
I think this is going to be the whole focal point of this pay-per-view.
There's the title for this. Money in the Bank. Stupid.
Well, there you go. There's one thing I don't have to do later. Alright, moving on. Next match. John Cena defeated Kevin Owens.
Match of the night.
Match of the night, yes.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do believe, in my opinion, okay, didn't matter who won. I believe that this match was better than the first one.
I think the complete opposite.
In my eyes. Because all the same beats were had, except John Cena pulled out moves that had me like, he can actually do that?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying it's a better match. In my eyes, it didn't matter who won because I had a feeling that if John Cena won, Kevin Owens would end up doing what he did. So as soon as John Cena won, I was waiting for it. Yeah. I was waiting for that moment, and is it the feel-good story of the first one? No. Okay. Was it? It took John Cena a little while to set up that flipping powerbomb move because I guess he just didn't have it right the first time, or they were playing it off like Kevin Owens was trying to fight it off.
No, they actually messed it up.
Yeah,
but then they fixed it. But
they fixed it, and it hit hard, and me and my buddies were slack-jawed like, when did he learn that?
The only reason he did learn that is because he's in a match with Kevin Owens.
Exactly, and because of the extra moves that were hit, and the fact that I was actually slack-jawed, that John Cena could actually hit them, whether there was help or not, I think I liked this match better than the first one. The first one had the feel-good element of Kevin Owens actually winning clean. But I don't know. I just feel like this one was better. Either way, all the goats for this one.
I actually am the complete opposite. I actually think their first match was 10 times better. Yeah, they pulled a couple of extra moves, but it didn't, it was just like, ooh, that's awesome. But for match quality, I just felt like they told a better story the first time. And this one, the one fact that was like the major disappointing factor in my eyes was I may have predicted Kevin Owens because I had an idea of where they can go with storyline wise, but it's just the whole it's the second match, Cena has to win because he has to get that redeeming match thing. I just think that's just poor booking.
It is poor booking.
Maybe I feel this way because I went in expecting it,
and
I just enjoyed what I got.
I was expecting it too, but I was just hoping it wasn't as what's the term, real storytelling 101. I was hoping that this feud has gotten so much better as it progresses that I feel like it would have been a bigger twist to show that like I was saying, I hope it was going to be like Undertaker can't beat Shawn Michaels, aka John Cena can't beat Kevin Owens, and it's like he's John Cena would have to question his views on being the role model. which I feel like Kevin Owens held it more because, one thing, he brought his son into it. He brought his son involved in the storyline. And I felt like he had much more of a reason to fight to win than John Cena just having his image, keeping his image as the superhero. And because it was so predictable, it was so, as much as I was not wanting it to be predictable, it still had the same outcome. I still think their first one, because it was unpredictable, and I just think just match quality, I just thought their first one was actually 10 times better. I do agree, this is match of the night, and it will get like a go face, like it will be in that go face level, but not as much as you are, like letting out all the goats. I'll just let out one.
I can honestly say that I think Kevin Owens brings out more in John Cena than anybody else has ever
Agreed.
brought out in John Cena. Like, I'm seeing crap from John Cena I've never seen before. And it's because he's facing Kevin Owens, a guy who just had his second major match. So, and
The second match, yeah.
Second
event match.
Yeah, second pay-per-view match. And it makes me happy to see that Kevin Owens is the guy that John Cena is putting over. Okay? Because anybody else, Kevin Owens never would have got that clean pin.
Mm-hmm.
So even Bray Wyatt got a screwed up victory.
Agreed.
Got a non-clean victory at the Extreme Rules last year. It wasn't clean.
Yeah.
So
that's always been my biggest complaint of the whole Bray Wyatt Cena feud.
So maybe it's getting to that point where John Cena's going to start letting people get clean pins over him, starting with Kevin Owens. And I like the way that they ended the match. I mean, like, the aftermath.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens' reasoning afterwards is on point heel tactics. Okay? It's like, if you had just left the ring, we would be done. If you had just left the ring and be a man, take your victory, and get out of the ring, this wouldn't have happened to you. But you had to say the 3 words. You had to say, you belong here. I know I belong here, you asshole.
That is the one thing that I actually liked, was the aftermath and the promo he got saying, he could have just walked away. And that was what I was saying, because I watched it with you, fool. Mm-hmm. I was saying, it's like, oh yeah, he could have just walked away and just been like, instead, John Cena may have looked at it as a giving of respect, but the way I see it is the truth, and the truth is you were just trying to share my spotlight.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what he said the next night. I'm just like, yeah, that's,
and I loved it. I love the fact that he turned him being a bad loser into John Cena being a bad winner. Just like, dude, take your victory and go home.
Owens is so good at his craft.
And then he powerbombed what's his name?
He powerbombed MGK and became top babyface for a night. Holy crap. That was so bad. That entire segment was horrible until Kevin Owens came out.
I had this automatic win.
Kevin Owens is the new guy for me, where, like, whenever he's on screen, I might be looking at something else. I hear his music hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
exactly. But yeah, match of the night, hands down.
Oh yeah, this big time. Gotta love the entire thing, except for maybe the ending. But even so, we'll still make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Right,
okay.
Next match for the tag titles. The primetime players actually took it from the New Day.
I did not expect this.
No,
at all.
I don't think any of us. I think you
Good
only
for you, Jeff.
I think only you picked the primetime players.
Good for you.
And hopefully this past week they just show that New Day is having a hard time beating the primetime players. Hopefully this actually goes into something more, because it's just New Day versus primetime players and Neville.
Hey, we're just getting started as far as I'm concerned.
This
Let's
didn't
see.
get a lot of time. This match.
No, it didn't. It was
not
basically
a huge amount.
it was just basically the pee break match between the two main events.
I like the fact that they played it out like Big E took himself out.
Yeah,
Just like and actually hurt himself.
mm-hmm.
That's how they played it on the actual show, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. Xavier Woods is the weak link.
There you go.
So there it is. And as soon as it was Xavier Woods and Titus O'Neil, I was like, oh boy.
I was just like, "Ura." And I'm glad that the primetime players won. I hope it actually goes somewhere than just being transitional champions.
Hey, it's better than where the at least for the primetime players, it's better than where they were at before. So again, that's another one of those things where only time will tell. In the meantime, we still have our main event. We have Seth Rollins actually defeating Dean Ambrose.
Only by
Barely.
just by a literal hand, just by his tiny fingers.
The one thing I like about the ending is that I've never seen it in the WWE before. That specific ending where both guys come down with it, but because one guy had two hands on it and the other had an elbow.
He only had one hand. He barely had a hand on his fingers on it.
So it's like, okay, the match was good. I'm not gonna go great. These guys have had better.
Yeah.
But much better than the Money in the Bank. Much better. And I like the fact that we had... I like the fact that Seth Rollins tried to kill Dean Ambrose with those power bombs into the barricades.
This didn't seem like a match. It was just it felt like a fight.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
it was just
what it needed to be.
all it was just storytelling, and it just shows how tried to show dominance of Seth Rollins and basically durability of Dean Ambrose. He took a beating.
And the ending was basically signifying that it was a fight. They're beaten down, they're tired, they're all of that, and they're fighting on top of each other trying to grab this title. It comes loose. Everybody falls off the ladder, and the guy who didn't get his ass beat as much, the match grabbed it away.
Is it a stretch to say that this match felt like it was another version of Shawn Michaels versus Triple H Hell in a Cell a few years ago?
Huh.
Where they beat each other so much they were basically fighting like their last breath until finally Triple H managed to get the win.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see a comparison.
Well, is it the same match? Is it the same like match quality? Absolutely not. But storytelling wise, yeah, it is. I could see it as being like a somewhat mirror image, and both guys looked strong in this match.
Yes, thankfully we were able to get that. Where again, even though Seth Rollins won, he won by just a hit. It couldn't have been any closer at all.
I like the fact that Seth Rollins actually beat him without the help of anybody.
Well, they really did push that. Yeah.
I mean, I know that's the storyline, but I was still expecting people to come running out, and when they were fighting on the top, because they were fighting on the top for a good while before they got hooked in the belt, and I thought, okay, here's the moment where the entire Authority comes out and starts beating down Dean Ambrose, because that's what they would normally do, and then they drop, and Seth Rollins wins, and I'm like, oh, okay,
that was pleasant. That was a pleasant surprise.
Oh, he didn't get any help this time. And that's what got this match. That's what made this match better for me, is that there was no outside BS. It was just two guys beating the crap out of each other, seeing who came out on top, and in this case, unfortunately for Dean Ambrose, the better man did win.
Hey, these guys are so evenly matched because there's been plenty of matches with these guys faced, and Seth Rollins, and it's kind of even. Yeah. Seth Rollins has won a few. Dean Ambrose has won a few.
Dean Ambrose took a little bit more of an ass kicking, and couldn't hold on to that title as hard.
And monitor to the leg, chair shots to the leg, power bombs to the
and
walls.
couldn't hold on to that title the same way that Seth Rollins could, because Seth Rollins didn't take as much of a beating.
I was really expecting Sheamus to come out and cash in. Because how badly they were beating each other, and how it looked like Seth Rollins took a long time after his title win, and then he goes upstage. He goes up to the stage, and I'm like, okay, it's not happening. And then Triple H comes out and celebrates. I'm just like, okay, that could have been a good way to end it.
My buddy,
but then they pulled a Renee interview. I'm like, was that really necessary?
No. At first, when Triple H came out, my buddy thought it was Sheamus. My buddy thought...
I can see that.
I can see that, too.
And then I was like, no. Because it was kind of dark. So I was like, no, he's wearing a suit. It's probably Triple H. And there's Triple H. He comes out. And I'm like, okay, this makes sense. And there's Renee Young. And I'm like, wait, what? Why?
That whole Renee Young interview thing was completely unnecessary, and
it did lead into the Brock Lesnar.
They've been leading into the Brock Lesnar stuff the second Seth Rollins says he doesn't need anyone. So they didn't need to put that in. They had the whole promo thing the next night on Raw with Seth Rollins pretty much pulling a somewhat Jericho-esque thing. It's like, I have a list of all the people I like to thank. Seth Rollins. And they actually posted a picture of that piece of paper. It actually was Seth Rollins' name 15 times. And I'm just like, that definitely felt Jericho-esque.
Jericho actually tweeted afterwards, because someone said, like, Seth Rollins cutting a Jericho-esque promo, and Jericho tweeted back, I invented everything. That's it.
That is brilliant.
See, even matches like these are producing gold. I love it.
And the match was great, but the aftermath kind of felt like Raw again. So it's like, because I don't need the promo. Just Seth Rollins celebrating, Triple H yelling in his ear, rubbing his shoulders, like, I knew you could do it. That kind of thing would have been good enough. You could get the logo and the copyright up, and we can go home. That's it.
And then Monday Night Raw, the final promo that ended the show for Seth Rollins' next opponent for WWE Battleground. Seth Rollins is going to take another journey to Suplex City, bitch.
Brock Lesnar.
Bam, 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 bam. At least there was no Brock Lesnar.
And did you hear the face pop he got?
Oh my! I love his shirt.
Lord.
I loved his shirt.
He's going. He's there.
I loved it, and
he'll be champion again soon enough.
My immediate response when they were in the ring, I don't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to Dave, and I'm just like, do you remember that scene in The Lion King when Scar was getting surrounded by all the hyenas and they looked like little demons as a symbol for his death? He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's Brock Lesnar for Seth Rollins right now. Brock Lesnar is Seth Rollins' death. Coming to take his soul.
And you know what? It's gonna sell pay-per-views.
And it definitely is gonna sell pay-per-views.
And if they were still selling for $60 a pop, it would make them money.
It would.
But in the meantime, before we close out, of course, one correct prediction a pop. I think
I got 0 predictions.
Yeah.
So
see, here's the deal.
Tied off on this thing.
Here's the deal, okay? Sometimes an unpredictable pay-per-view is a good thing. However, this pay-per-view just felt like they knew who everybody thought would win, so they turned it around
with a bunch of dirty finishes. Some of these finishes were just terrible.
You know what they were?
Yeah. Don't you dare say they were dusty.
Well, yeah, they were.
They were dusty.
It was. I just feel like of all the shows to do in the memory of Dusty Rhodes, this was not a good one.
It wasn't a good booking decision, but I can see if someone on the staff thought it would be a good idea to pull it off this way, or at least for one.
Fail.
Yeah, it was a fail. But I'm just saying, I'm not giving an excuse. I'm giving a possible explanation. That's it.
And by the way, just because we haven't talked about it, the Dusty promos on Money in the Bank are some of the greatest promos I've ever seen.
I cried. I cried.
Legit.
Please, have you seen any of the eulogies posted from
Cody Rhodes?
From Cody Rhodes and Goldust?
Yeah,
I've read Cody Rhodes. I haven't read Goldust yet.
Yeah,
I cried again.
I reposted both of them on my Twitter.
I gotta look it up because like I said, I've only read Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, they're both
cried.
really tremendous.
I have to read Goldust now.
All right. Okay, going back, just so we can bring everything full circle. Let's get some beard ratings for the pay-per-view proper.
Bryan? That pretty much says it all.
Do I want to go clean shave? I gave a match a goat face. So, very slight peach fuzz. Very slight. And the main event was good. And I was pleasantly surprised that the title changed. That the tag titles changed. Other than that, this could be a worst pay-per-view of the year, and that's including Extreme Rules. That's it.
Alright, Fool, what you got?
You pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. It is very, very low peach fuzz. I hated everything, really, about this pay-per-view. Jeff, you saw me. We were walking to our cars. I was angry. And I was already saying it clear. I made it perfectly clear. This is my worst pay-per-view of the year so far. It's going to take a whole lot for them to top this one as worst pay-per-view. So...
And that's saying something because of the amount of crap we talked about Extreme Rules.
Yeah. and it's Money in the Bank. The pay-per-view that normally has awesome shows that people love to talk about.
This pay-per-view makes Money in the Bank look like WrestleMania. It makes Extreme Rules look like WrestleMania.
Yeah, totally agree.
31.
I think everyone just sort of hit this thing the same way. I'm gonna put myself down for a peach fuzz also, 2 out of 5. It's just this was extremely lackluster, especially when measured against other Money in the Bank pay-per-views. It was just, whether it was hammered with more dusty finishes because of Mr. Rhodes or not, it really doesn't matter. This one was just lackluster as a whole.
Like I said before, of all the pay-per-views to be putting the memory of Dusty Rhodes, fail.
Absolutely.
Just fail.
Okay, if Dusty Rhodes passes away, that doesn't mean every match has to have a dusty finish.
Hey, I'm, again, not an excuse, just a possible explanation.
I know, but it's a possible explanation, but
no,
it's bad practice, WWE.
Well, yeah, they know that now, hopefully.
At least I can say, with how Raw ended, it was kind of like they kind of redeemed this themselves.
And I said it.
I actually liked this Raw.
I said it earlier in the show, and I'll repeat it now. Elimination Chamber and Money in the Bank didn't need to happen.
At least so close to each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you want these themed pay-per-views. Your themed matches better be up to par. The Elimination Chamber matches weren't up to par. The Money in the Bank match, other than one person, completely sucked. So, why did you even bother bringing them back? If you're not gonna put on the best stuff that you've ever put on, and to put them 2 weeks after each other, when you're, what was the May pay-per-view?
The one before.
The one before Elimination Chamber. Payback, or
I think it was Payback, actually.
Yeah, Payback was great. Remember that? And then they give us these 2 lackluster pay-per-views. I hope Battleground is shaping up to be all right. Battleground is shaping up to be pretty good.
For just 2 matches, absolutely.
So it's like, yo, after 2 lackluster pay-per-views, you better deliver on Battleground.
You know what? And personally, there's going to be plenty to look forward to. At least there's way more build this time.
Yeah,
around.
they have like 4 now. 4
Yeah, we got
weeks.
5. We've got a
4 more weeks to build.
a regular amount of build.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? At this point, we gotta ask you guys. We want to hear what you think. Yes, you listening to this right now. So, of course, you can contact us in the usual amount of ways. You can comment on this video, like if you enjoy what you hear, and if you really want to hear more, you know, subscribe to us. You can also look up for us on our Facebook page. Just look for the Scholars of Wrestling Show, and of course, follow us all on our Twitter handles. ScholarsOW is our main account, where you can get all the updates for the latest episodes. You can follow me at I'm Robbie Rage.
Me at I'm at the Avatar.
And me at Atomic Beanpole.
Yes, we're all over the place.
I was drunk, leave me alone.
There's
Oh,
nothing
they'll
wrong with
find
yours.
They'll find out. But in the meantime, you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome.
See you next week. Hopefully with a better show in it.
Bye next week.